Hello again, folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is Final Fantasy V Advanced. I'm your Game Master Darius, and this is another one of those times where it's like I wasn't sure 100% what version of the game I really wanted to go with, because there's the SNES version, there's the PlayStation 1 version, there is the Pixel Remaster version, and then there's this version. There's probably more versions I'm completely forgetting off the top of my head, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. I went with this version because it seems like it is the most solid, I guess, for lack of a better word. It certainly is one of the better looking of the versions. I really didn't want to do Pixel Remaster again because, if I'm going to be honest, one of the problems I have with the Pixel Remaster versions of any of these games is that it makes me feel like I could be lazy to do the things that otherwise I'd be having fun to do. And look, it's even got the OG screen from the SNES version. But now, this is possibly one of the earlier Final Fantasies I know the most about, simply because of the events that happened because of it. Particularly 4-job fiesta, I believe it's called, where people take the jobs that you get from the crystals through the game and run the game through there. Now, this version of the game also involves a lot of changes from the original SNES version, which I kind of enjoy, if only because of how some of that dialogue works, but we'll get into that when we get into that. Father, do you really have to go? You know I do, dear. I need you to protect the castle. Under no circumstances are you to follow me. Do you understand? But Father, something is wrong with the wind. I must go to the Wind Shrine to make certain nothing's happened to the crystal. Yes, I've noticed it as well, but go alone is... Lena, don't worry. I'll be fine. Have faith. The wind just stopped. I've got to hurry. The wind stopped. Father! What blazes? Ah, yeah. Ah, yes. This is one of those games where I've always... Another one of those Final Fantasies that I've started and got a good chunk of the way through, but never really beat. So, Final Fantasy V. We never actually got this from the SNES version. We actually got this from the PlayStation version, which was highly flawed, as well as some loading problems and all that fun stuff. Now, one fun fact is that the GBA version is... It's got GBA sound. So I did find a mod to make it so as this plays with the SNES sound. I tried to also get the slightly down, less saturated version of the sprites and whatnot to make it less bright, because oh god, that is bright. But alas, no matter how many times I attempted to apply it, it just glitched out all over the place. So this is what we got. We're gonna get more into the story before I explain some of the mechanics. Also, we ride a chocobo. Meteorite. Boko, wait here, okay? We gotta run. We do not have diagonal movement. This is not Pixel Remastered. Ah, I just love this. I love this game. I've never beaten it, but I love this game. And yes, the ATB system is still applicable. There is a little bit of a wonkiness with the GBA versions of the ATB, but other than that, works as intended. Hey, are you alright? Yes, I believe so. I give him my thanks. My name's Lena, and you are? Me? Please enter a name. So, because the internet was oh so mature back in the 2000s, when we did finally get the SNES version translated by fans, they decided, hey, let's call the main character Butts, because that's funny, I guess. I'm just gonna stick with, I'm not gonna do Bart's, I'm just gonna do Bartholomew. And for the rest of the characters, I'm also gonna keep their names as is. Call me Bart. Me and my Chocobo just go wherever the trail leads us. Bart. This rock suddenly fell from the sky. The impact must have knocked me out. Guess it's a meteorite. A meteorite? I wonder if it has a connection to the wind stopping. Again, I give you my thanks. I wish I could do something more to show my appreciation, but I really must go. Whoa, hey, hold up a sec. Bart, did you hear something? Huh? Oh. Help me. Over there. Hey, it's an old man from the meteorite. Are you alright? Where am I? Oh, my head. Sakes alive, what's happened? I don't remember. I can't remember anything. Looks like you hit your head pretty bad. Maybe you got amnesia. Oh, something came back to me. My name is Galuf. That's a start. Anything else? Nope, just the name. Other than that, my memory's a blank slate. I'm very sorry, but you must excuse me. I have no time to waste. Where are you going? I must go to the Wind Shrine. Ah, the Wind Shrine. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure that's where I was headed. I decided I'm going with you. But... I could never leave such a sweet girl to go by lonesome. Plus, I know you've got to get to that shrine and feel it. I know I've got to get to that shrine. Feel it in my bones. You gotta take me with. Bart, what about you? Sorry, I'm gonna bow out on this one. Good luck, though. Bart, thank you again. Farewell. Godspeed and all that whatnot. Well, better to get back to Boko. One of the reasons I don't tend to enjoy naming Final Fantasy characters after people I know or whatnot is, especially myself, is that when it's not 1, 3, or, well, some versions of 3, or certain other ones where you just kind of play a nameless character with no actual personality to put yourself onto, is that then you're not playing you're playing that character. And then that character does stuff that is antithetical to what you do or say or whatnot, and then it's like, well, that's butts. Anyways, let's get back to Boko. Come on, Boko, let's go. And away we go on the Chocobo. Surely nothing bad's gonna happen to them, right? Ow, Boko. Bad Chocobo. What are you doing stopping like that? Now don't give me that look. Quack, quack, quack. I know, it's just a girl and an old man. And with all those goblins around, fine, I got it. Ah! Yeah! Boko, come on! Quack! Yeah! Goblins! I also really just always liked the sprites for this game. I don't know, there's something about how it's presented. It's that, oh, barking the level. Ah! Leap, Boko, leap! Oh, now we're at least gonna be level 2. Oh god, punched by Goblin. At least it wasn't Goblin Punch. That joke will make more sense later on, I swear. Pick up the girl, pick up the old man. Boko's got a lot of strength. Oh. Good morning, Bart. Seems I cannot escape being in your debt. Hey, don't worry about it. The shockwave from the meteorite's impact caused landslides. The road's covered in rubble. I don't think you'll be able to make it to Tool that way. But if we can't get to the Wind Shrine, then... Wind Shrine. Gotta hurry. Old guy's pretty dead set on getting there, too. Alright, I'll go with you and personally see to it that you get there safely. Oh, really? Yeah, you know, was my dad's dying wish that I'd go out and travel the world. Plus this time it feels like the wind is calling to me. What a sweet talker, as if you don't just have the hots for the little missy. But you're awake? Don't sound so surprised, this old dog is always ready for anything. Still, if the road is blocked, that makes things a sight more difficult. I won't give up. There must be a way to reach the Wind Shrine. Right, and we'll find it. Alright, let's ride. Ah. And we're not going to be able to go this way. You know, meteorite and all that fun stuff. I wouldn't think it'd cover the entirety of it. But hey, what do I know? So yeah, we have our current cast of characters. Bart, Lina, Galuf. They are freelancers. We'll get into that when we get into that. And most of them are able to do some of the most basic things in games, like, you know, attacking. They're equipped with broadswords, knives, and unarmed. Galuf might say like that. We'll see. But we also have our items. We can sort them, see the rare ones, a keepsake for memento for Bart's father, Lina's pendant, and then of course potions. No one's got magic yet, but you can see some spoilery stuff: white, black, time magic, summon, spellblade, blue, and songs. Equipped, we ain't got anything to really equip. Now, if I remember correctly, strength is the damage that you deal, agility is how fast your ATB moves, stamina is basically your defense, and magic is your magic. It's not divvied up into intelligence and spirit this time? Probably for the sake of keeping things relatively simple because of how the magic system works in this. I believe we are able to save pretty much any time with the quick save feature, but that's a quick save. So we end up quitting out of the game when we do it, and then we can save at save points and, of course, on the world map, which we are about to leave. I don't remember there being a cave here. Probably opened up during one of those quakes. Boko, I think this is going to be a little too dangerous for chocobos. You stay here, okay? Quack. Ooh. Now that I have a little bit of a pause, give me a second. There we go. I'm trying a relatively different recording setup so as I can actually, you know, kind of lounge a little bit while I play certain games with the controller. I.e., I'm using a big-ass TV. And it was just not set up all that great. So Lina, I believe, is currently our fastest. Bart currently our strongest, and Galuf is... well, it's Galuf. He doesn't even have a weapon, so, victory! Glorious. Ah. Steel crib. Now, because we don't have a speed up with this version, most Final Fantasies did have it so as you can just hold down the A button in order to just automatically do the last command that you were doing. Which ain't too shabby. Galuf leveled up. Excellent. What's that spring? Yeah. Also, fun fact, while doing test recording for this game, something had dropped off of, I think it was the bat or the crab. I want to say it was an Antarctic wind. And I was like, maybe I can just use this save instead, because that would be nice for later on. Recovery Spring. HP and MP restored, all status ailments removed, KO'd allies revived. So we can use this to grind. Which, honestly, we're probably not going to. Back attacks suck. We can change our row. So theoretically we can actually, you know, hit for full damage because the same rules apply. If you're in the back row, you'll take less damage, but you'll do less melee damage unless you have a ranged weapon. Magic also ignores this rule, which is cool, because we're going to abuse that as well. There we go. Making pretty good bank, though. He says, fully knowing that later on it's not going to be as much bank as he says it's going to be. Preemptive strike. Sometimes you'll just start with a full ATB bar. Pretty good like that. And I want to say that enemies also have a front rank, back rank system as well. But I could be wrong. Oop. Ah, so that's how you get in. First though, leather cap. I suppose we should actually equip that on someone. Who has the least amount of stamina? I guess it's gonna be Lena. Just to give her that 1 point more defense, because dying would suck. Stropa. I guess I really didn't want to call them ropers. Now again, you can just hold down A and start rapidly attacking everything, but you do probably should consider, like most Final Fantasies, what it is that your character is doing, because if one character attacks and deals half damage, another character deals half damage, then they should attack the one character, or the one monster, while someone that is able to one-shot a character or monster or whatnot goes and attacks someone else. Tactics. I'm not good at them, but sometimes I remember them. Sometimes. What's that? That ship just now. How is it sailing with the wind so weak? Ah, outside. Which I'm fairly certain they actually put there in lieu of a save point, just so as you can be all like, oh hey, we could just save out here as opposed to, I don't know, inside. Also for that cutscene, of course. Bart gained another level. Speaking of, I'm gonna decide to just hit save. Bow, bow. Okay, was like, she was able to take out a bat before, right? There is some variation of the amount of damage that a character does, which can be a little bit annoying. But in general, ain't that bad. Oop. Pirates. That looks like it's a secret. This is a pirate hideout, meaning that ship we saw must have been a pirate ship. I wonder if they would give us a ride. I think the only ride they'd be interested in would be a keel haul for all three of us. Yeah, you can't ask a favor from a pirate. That's why we'll just sneak on and steal their ship. Whoa, you're pretty gutsy for an old-timer. So, we is gonna steal a ship, apparently. That's a good thing that they're all nodding off. Ah, sleeping. Bleh. And right back to sleep it goes. Stupid trash. The hell did that button even do? I don't know. Let's steal their ship. This is totally a smart thing to do. Anything I can loot from said ship? He is a sleepy. Now, one of the things I am going to miss from the Pixel Remaster version is not only the map, it's locked, but also the number telling us, hey, this is how many chests are left in the dungeon or location you're in. Yo ho ho and stuff. Time to cast off. Well, cast off means start sailing, kid. I know that, the wheel won't even budge. How do you work this thing? Try working anything, it'll be the devil to pay. Trying to steal my ship, are you? You have a lot of brass. Or mayhap you're just lacking in brains. I'm wager it's the latter. Oh wait, I'm Princess Lena of Tycoon. Please accept my apologies for attempting to commandeer your ship. What? Princess of Tycoon? Sir, this is a formal request from the Kingdom of Tycoon. Please allow us to use your vessel. I must get to the Wind Shrine. My father is in danger. Oh, the Princess of Tycoon here on my ship? I'm sure we could fetch a good price for this one. Hey, leave her alone, you degenerate, lecherous, pirate. I beg of you, please. That pendant. Toss the lot of them into the brig. Aye, aye, Captain. Well, that went well. Well, this is a fine how do you do. What genius came up with the idea to steal a pirate ship anyway? Look in the mirror, Pops. Oh, my aching head, I can't remember a thing. And your amnesia oh so conveniently returns. Still, I can't believe you're really the Princess of Tycoon, Lena. I'm sorry, I didn't intend to keep it a secret. It's not that big a deal. But if you're a princess, why were you going to the Wind Shrine all alone? My father is there. He hadn't been gone long when the wind slowed to almost nothing. Just can't shake the feeling that something terrible is happening. I slipped out alone to head to the shrine, but then that meteorite fell and, well, you know the rest. Why does this Princess of Tycoon have the same pendant as I do? She said her father was at the Wind Shrine. Prepare to cast off, lads. We're going to set a course for the Wind Shrine. Captain, what about the landlubbers? Untie them. I meant sometime today? But why? I reconsidered your request. You can go back into the brig if you'd rather. Pull anchor. We sail for the wind shrine. Hey, something wrong with your ears? I hope I don't have to repeat myself. Well? Aye, Captain. But the wind has stopped. How can the ship move? Full of curiosity, aren't you, lass? Sildra, come up and say hello. Beautiful, isn't she? Sildra and I were raised together. We're close as siblings. Alright, we're off. Woo, we got a ship. Oh. And we also have a fourth party member. Ah, it's good to have a party member that actually levels with the party when they join you. Don't say that for any particular reason. I don't know what you're talking about. Their strength, agility, they're pretty solid across the board, actually. Very much a character that could theoretically do most anything. Captain, shall I sail her to the wind shrine for you? Yes. Pull a whole rally ho! This way we can avoid the random encounters as well, just to get to the wind shrine and get on with the story. Because, if anything, I would really like to be able to get into the thick of the game. Damn this music. Princess Lina! What's happened? What's the matter? The wind suddenly stopped and now there are monsters in the shrine. What about Father? The king went up to the top floor. He is yet to return. Something must have happened to him. The crystal's up on the top of the floor, right? You won't hurt to go up and take a look. Ferris, come on. Look at them all panicky. The crystal amplification machine suddenly stopped responding. The crystal upstairs is controlled by a machine that amplifies its power. Yeah, probably shouldn't do that. Oh no, something about natural resources and all that fun stuff. Now I can revisit some of these floors. Black goblins. God damn. She hits hard. Yeah, at least they level up. Ooh, sweet leather shoes. And a tent. Maybe they'll drop more tints for me. That'd be great. Oh yeah, save point. This is a consecrated circle. You may rest safely in a tent or cottage or even save your game. We'll go ahead and save our game just so as we don't have to go through that dialogue bit again. Actually, anything over here first? Wind serpent. Never mind. Dead serpent. With the combat being as quick and snappy as it is, Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it feels wrong to just hold up. But I'm gonna have it. Okay. For my own sake, though, I'm going to keep it on weight, but I'm also gonna set the battle speed to low. The lower the number, the faster battles will progress. So we want it at a 6. I'm also gonna set that for 6 for the speeds, simply so as I can actually, you know, read shit that happens in combat, because that does tend to be a thing. Also, we do have a bestiary. Look at that. Drops, leather shoes, nothing, leather caps. Ah, there was definitely something in the Pirate's Cave there that I was like, oh hey. I just don't remember what it is anymore. Third floor, menswear. Oh, dead. They very much made this early dungeon super simple for the sake of, you know, making it so as you don't have to worry too much about getting into the game. Sorry, trying to gain a level. Trying to adjust myself on my seat. Well, that's a dead end. Oh, that's a sequence. Seriously though, fucking Ferris is a beast. Damn. Oh dare. And what, they've only got a knife? Ooh. Chest. Broadsword. Who should I get? You know what? Let's give the broadsword to Galuf. Dude's been unarmed this entire time and, punching things. Well, why don't we use a potion or two just to hop off? Or 3. Incoming! Winged Raptor. Yeah, we really don't have anything to do other than attack. Oh, that's a bad sign. Please do not kill a party member so that... Ah, there we go. Knew it was going to be relatively easy. I mean, the dying part would have sucked, but hey. Don't worry, I think we're nearly done with this dungeon and I don't have to worry about anyone losing out on experience. Yep. The crystal. It shattered. What the? Courage, the essence of flame. Devotion, the essence of water. Hope, the essence of earth. Passion, the essence of wind. What's happened? Feels warm. Are these the crystal's essences? Lena. Father. Listen and listen well. You four are the chosen ones, the warriors of light, bearers of the four crystal essences. Father, what do you mean? The wind crystal has already shattered. The other three crystals are in danger as well. You four must protect them. An evil presence is awakening, one that wishes to return everything to darkness. Father! Go forth, light warriors. Save the crystals. Wait, no, Father! What are these? Guess they're pieces of the crystal. Crystal fragments, and stored within the power of warriors of legend. Knight, monk, blue mage, thief, black mage, white mage. The crystal is lending us its power. For now, let's get out of here. Lena. There should be a warp panel to the outside behind the altar. And out we go. Hello, Boko. Would you like an explanation of using the crystal fragments in the job ability system? Yes. The fragments of the shattered crystals are imbued with the power of legendary warriors. The four chosen by the crystals are granted use of these powers in the form of jobs. Game's doing this all by itself right now, by the way. By assigning jobs, the four characters can gain special abilities corresponding to those jobs. This is clearly a character that is higher in level, I think. Changing jobs and abilities changes the type of armor or weapons a character can equip. Don't worry, characters automatically equip the best gear possible whenever they are assigned a new job. By mixing and matching different jobs and abilities, you can create individual types of warriors, such as the Black Mage who can use the jump ability, or a Knight who can use white magic. Let's use the latter as an example of using the job system. First we'll set our job to that of a White Mage. I probably could have honestly explained all this myself, and now I'm thinking that would have been a smarter idea. Oh well. We're in this now. So yeah, this is pretty much the meat of Final Fantasy V, and was probably one of the things that makes it as awesome as it is. Much like experience points, as battles are won, you will receive ability points, or ABP. With enough ability points, you'll gain the White Mage ability, White. Now let's switch jobs to that of a Knight. Next, as an ability, choose White. Your equipment will automatically be optimized to the strongest combination. Now you have successfully created a Knight who can perform white magic. gain the ability to pretty much mix and match all the stuff of the characters, all their abilities and whatnot. So you could theoretically have like a knight that casts spells, as kind of a bad idea as that is. Or you can have a white mage that does a bunch of punch kicking like a monk does. How I'm gonna build these characters? I don't know. But it's gonna be fun. Later, Boko. And now we get the... Oh, hey, we actually healed too. So, we have the Knight, valiant warriors who protect allies low on HP. They can equip pretty much any swords and shields. Got the Monk, masters of hand-to-hand combat who intuitively counterattack. So they have a higher counterattack rate than pretty much everyone else in the party, or rather a counterattack. Thief, expert bandits who espy secret passages, okay, and foil back attacks. They can sprint by holding the B button. Kind of already moot by the point that we gain a sprint in the first place. White mage, priests who use white magic to heal and protect allies. Black mage, wizards who powerful black magic strikes fears into enemies. Blue mage, mages with the ability to learn monster special skills. This is going to be a pain in the ass to do because, Freelancer is pretty much uses everything but doesn't have any special abilities yet. So my typical would go Bart as a freaking knight because knights are badass. And as we don't have any abilities so far, we can't, learn anything. And of course, optimized. So yeah, as you can see, Knight is a very heavy hitter with very low magic, but really good stamina. Really good for being the defensive character. Lina, I usually had set up as a white mage, because of course. We don't have any sticks or whatnot to give her, so she's kind of just left with the leather cap and armor. I believe I used to always make Galuf into either a monk or a black mage. I'm gonna set him up as a black mage this time. For the start, anyways. Again, we can pick and choose and optimize and change the characters pretty much any time that we want. And then Ferris, always being a pirate, I've always set them up as a thief. And thieves also have the steal ability, which is a fantastic thing that is going to really help in the long run, I swear. I think what I've also really loved about this game is that no matter what character decided to choose for what, they all got their own sprite to use while in the thick of combat. Thief, white mage, black mage, knight, a very classic setup that we got here. The only problem is that we don't have any actual magic yet until we get to the first town. Stabity. Yep, and that's our ABP, which is pretty much just going to make it so as we can level up the character's separate stats. I don't remember how, well, separate classes anyways. I don't remember how, say, the, okay. With the thief of the party, the run turns into a goddamn fast-ass sprint. The wind is becoming weaker and weaker. And, the other thing about the thief is that it allows you to see any of the secret passages that are in the pathway and whatnot, which is a neat ability to have, because I like being able to see the secret passages because I don't like running my face against everything in existence. Welcome to Tool. Grog, Grog. I think I'll stop in and have a drink as well. So, effectively, they are out of the party until we need to do something, which is kind of funny, honestly. So, we don't have the thief ability to look at a thing and be all like, oh hey, that's secret. Hey. Sir? Don't forget about me. Let's go ahead and buy both a rod and a staff. Kinda need those. See ya! I love how silly this game is. It really does just have the right amount of silliness to seriousness ratio, I feel like. Let's see. Why not? We'll buy 2 leather caps. Everyone's got armor. What's gonna suck is that we can't equip Ferris until we leave the place. In which case it's all like, ah. Alright, and then the magic shop. Now we can buy for each individual character. Restores HP. Libra determines HP, weaknesses, all that fun stuff. Cura, why not? And fire, thunder, blizzard. I'm not sure why they didn't bother popping it into there, but eh. And once you purchase the spells, they are accessible for literally everyone. You know, just assuming that they actually have white or black magic available to cast. So that's a nice thing to have. No. I will probably be pulling up maps and whatnot for dungeons and walk through things because there are very much things that we can miss throughout this game that will be forever gone. Ba, 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 ba. I kind of wish that there was a easy to access save point too. Yeah. Also, item shop. It's probably a good idea to at least buy some potions. Sure, we got a white mage and all that fun stuff, but... Oh, trying to give me the slip? I think not. And now that Ferris is back on the party, we can equip everyone with everything that they need. Get you your shield, get you your staff, get you your rotting hat, get you your hat. Glorious. And then we can grind. Yes, the glorious, glorious grind. Nutkins. Not the nuts. Punk. Kind of. Galuf, you useless piece of crap until you actually start using magic. Yeah, one of the things I always remember doing is setting Ferris as a goddamn not murder machine, but as a steal machine, because sometimes you just need a lot of money. Couldn't steal. Balls. Which is an appropriate reaction considering we are fighting Nutkins. But we also have magic. Magic. I don't remember if there is something akin to, like, if you have a character leveling up and leveling up as a thief, then they're permanently going to have increases to their agility stats or anything like that. I need to look that up to get really deep into it, but that is something I'm going to do off camera, as I'm going to go ahead and save and call an episode here when we return, Final Fantasy V. Awesome game. I've never beaten it, and I'm looking forward to doing so. I find it funny that I came off of such a, of Final Fantasy IV, being all like, oh god, this game kind of sucked, to Final Fantasy V, which is a game that I know I enjoyed for a good portion of it. I just need to be a little bit patient, because now I've got leveling up to do, I got grinding to do for jobs. It is one of the best systems. It's akin to Final Fantasy III in that regard. I mean proper 3. Yeah. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all going to enjoy this adventure as much as I hope to enjoy playing it myself. If you want to support the channel, consider dropping a like, commenting, subscribing. All that fun stuff helps out the channel, lets you know whenever the hell I upload something, which is currently 3 times a day, 6 days out of the week because I have no life, and lets the almighty algorithm know that people enjoy my content and will thus share it out to other people that have like minds of enjoying RPGs and tabletop stuff and all that fun jazz. And if you want to support the channel in a direct financial fashion, I have a ton of links in the description below. Streamlabs, Patreon, Ko-fi. I even have a throne now for some stupid artist reason. Every little bit helps. Keeps a roof over my head, food in my belly, and goes to upgrading my setup and buying games for the channel whenever I have the extra dosh. Thank you everyone so very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.